Well, hey, look at the state of my hair. How are we doing? You dirty devil, if you've tuned in because of that title, you dirty devil. It's hot. Damn hot. It's hot and wet, which is nice when you're with a lady, but not when you're in the jungle. What film is that from? And also, what film is that from up there? How hot and wet do you like it? What's all this about? Ant, hello! Saw you this morning, my lad. I was on my way down to a jazz cafe to have a massive breakfast before I went off on my walk. Which is why it's that title. I was roasting. I had a waterproof on, but it's kind of like it's not really breathable. So I was like walking up the hill with 20 kilos on my back. I was so sweaty, and it was raining loads. But when it comes to doing the fan dance in 1 month's time, it doesn't matter if it's raining or not. We're still going to be doing it, aren't we? So it's good that so you know, it's not like I can do the training and then say I'm not doing it today because it's raining. So what? So what? I have to go and do it. What happened? I got wet, I've got back, I've had a shower, got dried. I'm dry now, I've got dry clothes on. All my wet clothes are getting dried out now anyway, and I bought a cover for my backpack. No problem. Anyway, that's not what this is all about. So, a little story for you. Last week, I was heading off to my level 2 in Bracknell. A strong first thing. It's not all about that. So I was packing my bag to take my stuff, and my Kindle wasn't charged. So I thought, right, I'll charge that up so I can go and read it while I'm in my hotel room and stuff like that. Even though I didn't really get time to do that. That's fine though. So I was looking for my charger and I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it anywhere. Right? And what I used to do when that happened, right? If my stuff went missing, I couldn't find it. What I used to do is say to my wife, "What have you done with my stuff? What have you done with it? What have you done with it? Where have you put it? What have you done with it?" And she'd be like, "Well, I haven't done anything with it. What are you talking about?" And I'd just be thinking automatically straight away, "It's not my problem, it's your problem. What have you done with it? What have you done with it?" And she used to get really pissed off at me about that. And it's like, well, therefore stop moving my stuff, stop tidying it away. Now, when this happened last week, couldn't find my Kindle charger anywhere, right? My wife's not here anymore. She moved out ages ago, so she's not here anymore. So it's not who's to blame? Who can I blame? It's my fault, right? And the thing about this is, right, I've got a shit drawer in the kitchen, not literally, obviously, but everyone's got one, right? Everyone's got one. Just there's always one drawer in the kitchen, right? You've got your cutlery, you've got like, I don't know, tea towels or something like that. You've got your bigger cutlery. Some people keep them in a pot on the bench, like the wooden spoons and that. And sometimes you've got them in a drawer below your cutlery, and then you've got like tin foil and cling film and that. And then you've got a drawer full of shit, full of crap, coins and batteries and bloody God, what was in this one? There was all sorts. I've got all the manuals for my fridge and boiler and all that I never read. What do I need them for? Okay, loads of stuff. Honestly, in this drawer, every time I had shut it, I would have to push everything down and close it, and stuff would fall out and down the back into the cupboard behind. And then when I try to open it, it gets stuck because it's too full. So you're pulling it out, bang, 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 and then you have to put your hand in and get something in and pull it out and all of that sort of stuff. Tom's on as well. Hello. Now, it was doing my head in. I had a look through it, and there was loads of crap in there. So I thought, right. So I cleaned it out, right? And I chucked a load of stuff out. So it's now a drawer with less stuff in, and it opens and that. And then I thought, you know what? It's a good place to put stuff that I actually do use. Because I've got a cupboard as well, full. It's got a box full of chargers and leads for old computers and all that I've still got and I don't need. Tom, hello. That I don't need. So here's my thought. Instead of getting rid of the ones that I don't need, I thought I'll leave them in that box and put the ones that I do need in my drawer that used to be full of crap. Anyway, so when I was looking for my Kindle charger, which I do use, I was wandering around and I was like, where is it? What is my... Oh, she's not here anymore, so I can't blame her. What's happened to it? And And then eventually I remembered I'd cleaned this drawer out and put stuff in. It wasn't top of my mind awareness to go into this drawer because it's been full of crap for 10 years. So every time I look for something, I never look in there anyway because there's nothing in there. Everything that's in there has just been accumulating over 10 years and never been used. So, it was all my problem. It was all my fault. There was no one to blame. Now, if there was someone else around, I would have blamed her. If my wife was still here, I would have blamed her. I always did. I was always like, you've cleaned my stuff away. I remember talking to I think it was my sister-in-law years ago. She's got a German dad, and apparently he used to be downstairs like, what has my wife done with my power tools? Like, what's she done with my saw? I can't find my saw. I know that's not a power tool, but what's she done with my saw? I can't find my saw. And it wasn't, she hadn't done anything with it. It was just he put it somewhere and couldn't find the bloody thing. So, it's all about blame. Who's to blame for your situation right now? If you're annoyed about something, if you're pissed off, if you're overweight, if you want to get fit and strong and healthy but you're not, if you want to work fewer hours because you're working stupid amounts, if you want to get home earlier so you can see your kids, if you don't want to be as knackered at the weekends and so reactionary at the weekends because you've had such a busy week that you're tired, you can't sleep, so you're waking up early at the weekends and then you blame everyone that you can't sleep. I've got another one about this, I'll talk about this tomorrow, but some students who kept me awake the other night, and I was like, I was trying not to let it bother me, and it didn't in the end because I resolved it, but whose fault is it? Whose fault is it that you're tired at the weekends? It's no one else's fault but your own, right? Whose fault is it that you can't lose weight? Whose fault is it that you don't feel as fit and strong as you used to? Whose fault is that? It's not nature's fault. It's not anyone else's fault. It's your fault. Who's to blame for your man flu? Well, that's just one of those things, isn't it? Mother Nature. Mother Nature. I'm sorry to hear that, Tom. I hope you're all right. I know man flu's a killer. But yeah, I hope you're all right. But yeah, that's Mother Nature. Things like that you can't do a lot about. However, they usually catch up on us when we are tired or when we've been doing something, when we've been overdoing it. I remember at work, lots of people will be able to relate to this. I remember when I was working stupid hours. I'd leave the house at 7:15 in the morning and get home at 7:30 at night, every day, 5 days a week. And I was knackered. And then when I'd go on holiday for 2 weeks, sometimes, I'd go away, and for the first week, I'd just feel like shit. I'd feel really bad, because it's kind of like balls to the wall all the way. Then as soon as you go, like that, your body kind of starts to shut down, and then that's when illness creeps in, and you start, you're not going on adrenaline alone anymore. You kind of wind down, bang, and then you're knocked out. And that used to happen to me all the time. I'd be knocked out, so I'd be on holiday feeling like crap, and then the second week I'd start to feel okay again. But then it was time to go back to work again at the end of that. And if I had 1 week off, it would be the same. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully it doesn't last too long, Tom. That's cool. Especially because you've got the online program coming your way, the BKSIC coming your way this Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. Right. Anyway, who's to blame? So things like that, right? So if you've got man flu, or if you feel tired, or you've been a bit ill, or whatever, you've caught a bug or whatever, that's fine. There's not a lot you can do about that. However, the stronger, fitter, and more healthy you are, the more chance you've got of beating that without getting too ill. It is moist out there, and that's moist is a word that you could use. It's also rather just bloody wet. I got drenched. I was saturated. Honestly, everything was just so wet. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so getting ill, that's not really your fault, is it? But however, the stronger, fitter, more healthy you are, the more chance you've got of beating something off without getting too ill. I know people who are ill constantly ill, but they never do any exercise, and they never, they might eat a lot of rubbish as well and all that. You're setting your body up to just beat itself up. So again, not saying it's entirely your fault, but these things happen. You get ill. People get ill. And that's the way it goes. However, you've got less chance of that the more healthy you are. Stands to reason, right? I used to get ill all the time. I can't remember the last time I was ill. There's lots of other analogies you could use as well, Anne, but we'll not go into that in here, will we? No. We'll keep that for the sessions in the park. Anyway, have a think about that, because things like this have the potential to ruin relationships and make you feel rubbish quite a lot. If you're always angry at someone else for a problem that is your creation and that you can do something about, what does it do to your relationships? What does it do to yourself? What does it do to your relationship with yourself? You start getting angry at other people, you project it over to them, and then you feel bad about it, so everyone feels bad, rather than just sorting your own shit out. So, there we go. Have a think about that. So the next time you do lose something, or, you know, somebody else, you think somebody else has done something just to spite you, just have a think about it. Just think about it. Have they done that to spite me? Is it their fault, or is it my fault? Is my reaction my fault? Is my reaction to the thing that I can't find, or the fact that they've done something to piss me off? If you work on your reaction to it and don't get pissed off by they've done the thing, or resolve the thing that they do, if someone does something to piss you off, you have to resolve that. So the next time, because the chances are it's a trait that someone does, and you try to change the person and say, you're pissing me off, stop doing that. So what you've got to do is change your reaction to what they're doing, because if they're going to keep doing it, you're going to keep getting pissed off. And you can't change what they do, because that's their business. So change what you do, change your reaction to it, and then you're fine. It's as simple as that. Dead easy. And it's easy when there's no one else around to blame as well. And then you try to think, oh shit, who is to blame? It's me. There you go. Yeah, just blame me. Anyway, there we go. There's a link below. Click it and see what's there. Till tomorrow. Tatty bye.